You're listening to Arteetude, a podcast with artists created and produced by Detlef Schlich, a visual artist and ritual designer, living and loving in West Cork, and best known for his essay about the cause and effect of shamanism, art and digital culture. Working in the field of performance, photography, painting, sound, installations, and film, he will dive and discover with us and a weekly creative guest into the unknown and exciting deep ocean of the creative mind.
This is Detlef Schlich, and today we dive into the unexpected ocean of the exciting creative mind, together again with myself, my guitar, and my reflections. I will reflect about my journey through this glitch in Europe, especially Germany, Cologne, and my experience over there in terms of Omicron or whatever. But not just that. I will reflect as well about the Winter Solstice. So first of all, happy solstice and happy Xmas. And I would like to start as well with a new experiment, and that's where I have my guitar now here in my hand, because I can put it away then after that, and everything is set up. Yes, today is the 26th of December, if you listen to it, and I would like to start to sing a song. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round the Virgin Mother and Child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Yes. So yes, I wish everyone a lovely silent night. Silent night is good. A silent night for everyone. And this was my little experiment. Yes. Happy Xmas, everyone. Sorry for that, my guitar is as well a little bit out of tune. I can tune it actually every 5 minutes. I think it's as well about the software. It's not, no, actually the hardware. I mean, so if I adjust that after 5 minutes, it goes flat again. However, that was my first experiment for a long time again, and I'm looking forward maybe to continue with it, but I'm afraid that I will lose all my listeners. Yeah. Where are we gonna start? I would say I'm gonna start first of all, and I would like to reflect a little bit on the Winter Solstice. It was actually unexpected. Was that the 21st of December in Drombeg, and it reminded me a little bit from my performance at the 21st of December in 2012. Where I did my world-saving art performance, and I gathered a lot of people together, and we had really a nice, positive afternoon, day together. With somehow a community spirit. But this time it was a little bit different. It was actually the first time at the Stone Circle in Drombeg, and we came quite late. At 4 or 5 o'clock, it was already cold. It was getting somehow dark. You can see some of my images as well on my Instagram page at Detlef Schlich and at I Love West Cork Artists and at Arteetude, or on Facebook. So I will post, or I've posted already some of them there. It was a lovely gathering, and there was a lot of people who were there. And I came along. Thomas Wiegand, a friend of mine, he brought his percussion equipment, and I had my drum, and I was sitting down drumming a little bit and met there. And I would like to say as well hello to Vanshita Kumar, a lovely lady from India. She was, I supported her, or she supported me with her drumming. So we were drumming for half an hour, and Thomas was doing as well his performance a little bit there with his drums, which was very nice. So we were there, and as well, like then started, I think, Matcha She-Wolf. She is as well a performance artist, and hi Matcha. She's a performance artist, studies currently on Shetland Island art, and is in the second year. So we met actually through social media. It's funny somehow. So we didn't see us there, or we saw us, but we didn't speak together because I was as well a little bit hermiting, and just did a little bit performance, and then we went again. But then I posted my digital artwork, and she found it, and she asked me if I could tag her. And so I tagged her, so we came into contact, and I appreciate her work because she gathered as well somehow the people together, and they did a performance together, which I filmed a bit and used as well for my digital artwork. Yes, that was very nice, and yeah, thanks again, Thomas, Matcha, Vanshita, and all the other people who participated there on this gathering. It was lovely. Yes, so we are now at the second Christmas day here in Ireland, and I am back from my, I must say, exhausting promotion tour from Germany. It was as well a quality control tour, because I designed myself a bag, and I thought, okay, so I might gonna travel with this bag and try if this bag is really good. So if this bag can really keep all the things in. So I must say, yes, it can. There were plenty of reasons why I did this tour. I mean, it was not just promotion; it was as well. I haven't been away for 2.5 years since when was it? December or November 2019 or 2018. Yeah. So 3 years almost, I think. I was really considering, I was concerned as well, can I travel or not due to the new restrictions, and I booked already my flight. Got my vaccination for the journey, actually both already since 1 or 2 months. I must say, eventually I was happy that I had them, because it made really life easier. I mean, I don't want to go into the discussion if it's really mandatory to have a vaccination or not, but in my case I'm happy, and I didn't feel anything, and I mean, but I know as well, a friend of mine, which I was monitoring, she was suffering from it somehow with high blood pressure, because she already has some unstable conditions. Anyway, in my case, it was great, and I was happy to have it, and now, but still considered and concerned to travel. First of all, I mean, I didn't know. So what happens if I was there in Germany between in December for 10 days, somehow like this. And I didn't know actually. So what happens if the restrictions getting worse, So and then you're there and you get into quarantine and you can't get back. But so I was following the news every day, and I was actually looking and researching in between the lines, And in Germany it was different. I mean, Ireland was okay actually. They were quite cool somehow in this case. But though eventually, so I had to come back with a test, with a quick test, which was first of all as well very easy to do. I mean, I just I went online in Germany. I went online. I got an appointment for 4:00 in the afternoon, but they told me I could whenever I want, because it's just that I make an appointment, blah blah blah, because of the email address and so I went over there and they gave me a little thing in the nose which didn't hurt, honestly, and they took a little spit from the back of my tongue, which was as well not a big deal. So 15 minutes later, I became the result that I was positive. I became a positive result that I was negative. I didn't become a negative result that I was positive. So I could travel back without any problems. So I'm back here again now, and kind of reflect a little bit about that. Yes. So then, what happened was there was back and forth. I mean, in Germany they have as well different counties, and Cologne is in North Rhine-Westphalia, and I mean, Bavaria and other countries they took it more serious. They cancelled everything, and I think it was almost quite a new lockdown somehow. But North Rhine-Westphalia, they still kept football games open in the football arena, 50%, but it was still a lot, and the pubs were open and everything, So I thought, okay, if this is the case, you might not get into trouble.
Like what you hear so far? Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your support. Now back to the show.
To get back to Ireland, which was not a big deal as well. So one day before I had my ticket for Germany, I decided I go, because before that I decided I'm not going. So I decided I go. Right. So it was strange, dear listeners, I must say. I mean, first of all, it is quite tricky to get from here to Cologne via Dublin. I start in the morning at 8 o'clock and I'm in the night at 8 o'clock there. So 12 hours. It takes me 12 hours by bus, and it's fair enough. Okay, so but then you're quite exhausted after this time, which is fair enough as well, because I haven't been there for a long time, like I've already mentioned. The way in the airport, or the way to the airport in Ireland, was actually as well quite easy. I mean, I must say it was very empty, and you really you all already realized that something is going on. It was a little bit like science fiction. I mean, actually, it was all the time a little bit like science fiction. You've heard always this eerie voices. So due to COVID-19, you have to be careful with this and that. Please stay away to phone and phone. And nobody was there. I mean, it was really very, very empty, So, but anyway, as I came to Cologne, it was quite strange, because at the airport in Cologne, they have completely new technology there. That means I put my passport into a slot, and then they scanned the passport and they scanned my face, and after they scanned my face, I had to put my mask down. The door went open, and I came to the passport control.
Interesting.
It was weird, but I mean, I'm somehow a techie, and I'm somehow, my alter ego Transodin comes through all the time, so I somehow liked it. I already was feeling in some weird mad science fiction film, you know. So, yeah, I mean, okay, we could discuss now about that, how far this already goes into a totalitarian system or not, but that's as well another issue. Right, so I came to Germany, to Cologne. So I visited friends, and these friends went with me to the Christmas markets in Cologne, which was actually very nice. Christmas markets were open as well in Cologne, and that was for me one of the big reasons where I decided, okay, if they are open, I'm gonna go in, because I want to drink at least one lovely mullet wine at the Christmas market in Cologne, and I did it. It was quite strange as well, because like almost everywhere in public, you have to show your certificate that you're vaccinated and your passport. Here again, so I was happy that I had it. So, which is debatable. I had it, and I was happy. Full stop. At this point, I must say, so all these rankers who wrote on my Facebook page, idiot and whatever, you know. So guys, be careful. You know, next time if I have a thing like this again, I write it on your house wall. You know, I mean, this is not nice. And mind your language. You know, so I would say everyone. It's a decision if you're gonna get the vaccination or not, and people have their reasons why they vaccinate, and people have their reasons why they not get the vaccination. Okay, assholes. I mean, just as people who don't accept opinions and that everyone is different, you know, because this goes already into a fascistic thinking as well, and nobody wants that too. So full stop. That was that. Yes, Christmas market. So you go to the counter, and you show all your things, and then you get a stamp 2G, which is guilty on the whole Christmas market. And then you get your drinks, and people are there, and they put the mask down, and it's nice. It is really it's cozy, and people are very friendly and very relaxed, I must say. So I've enjoyed that very much. What I've enjoyed as well was to see the Cologne Cathedral. That was great, I must say. I haven't seen it for ages. And you guys, you can, if you go to my Instagram page at Detlef Schlich and Arteetude, and at I Love West Cork Artists, you can see all the images from my journey, or just watch the Visual Arteetude podcast on YouTube next week of this Arteetude podcast, and you can see it there as well. Cologne Cathedral, I mean, there were tourists, a lot of tourists. There were a queue. People went into the cathedral. So life was going on somehow, which was very positive, you know, and lively eventually, you know. So we went back home and walked through some different pubs, you know, which were open, Lapidarium and another one, and so where you get your Kölsch, you know. Kölsch is a beer from Cologne, and it is in small glasses, is 0.2 liters, and it's ice cold, it's lager, and normally the people from Cologne drink it sometimes in half a minute, and then another one, or eventually. So if you're in a pub, waiters don't ask anymore. I mean, a local waiter from Cologne doesn't ask if you want another beer. If your beer is finished and it's back on your beer pad, you get a new one. So that's the way in Cologne. The other thing was what I really liked. So I used to be there on my weekly farmers market, which is every day in Köln-Nippes, which is a part of of Cologne, and I was sitting there on the stairs every day, mostly having a coffee, having my roll with met, which is mince and onions. I mean, I know. So if I tell them, so I eat raw meat here in Ireland, they went ballistic. They're getting crazy and say, "What? You can't do that." So, but you get it at the butcher, so it's very fresh, so, and you get it with salt and pepper already. It has already herbs and garlic and a roll and a coffee and a garlic sausage as well on a roll with Löwensenf, which is a very, very strong mustard. I must say I've did that a couple of times and enjoyed that as well very, very much. What was very new for me as I came over to Cologne was you can hire their scooters, little scooters, and they drive 20 miles per hour. It's crazy. I mean, they are everywhere, So you really electric scooters. You really you go to a scooter from this company and you download this application and then you scan the QR code at the scooter, and then you unlock it for €1 and you pay €1 for 1 minute. That means from my apartment to the center to the market where I was there in 10 minutes. It cost me €3 including the unlocking. And eventually I turned it into a pass for 300 minutes for €30, and you don't pay for the unlocking anymore, so you can just drive wherever you want. So it was good because it was not really raining, and so I could do that. I didn't have to use the public transport, which was very handy as well for me. I must say these scooters, it's a little bit weird in the night when you're gonna come home. You see them everywhere, and they somehow blinking when you come closer to them, like ding 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 ding, like they want to animate you. They want to encourage you. Come on, lock me off, so drive with me, So and they're really looking a little bit like scooter aliens, So I mean, city, it is weird. I mean, I must say, it is weird in cities, and it is as well. If these encounters in cities in general, I would say, I found myself that I was saying hello to almost everyone, because I'm gonna do that here as well, and the people, they thought I'm crazy, So I mean, I stopped it after 2 days, but at the beginning, so I'm so used to it that I must say some people they responded and said hi as well, so which was quite nice, Other encounters, I saw people, they looked like people who live over here, And I thought already, what's doing Ziggy over here, And Peter is here as well. And then I realized that it was probably my eyesight, and it was just a person who looks a little bit similar like this. So sometimes it is quite a little bit like a very spiritual experience, probably. I don't know. So if you see people and you think that are the people who are living here in West Cork, and then eventually you realize, no, it's impossible. I mean, this would be an accident, which is really such a synchronicity, which is. I mean, it can happen. It happened actually to me as well once in my lifetime in Costa Rica, that I met somebody there, which I knew from Cologne, but that was it actually. So. I mean, all right. Other encounters. I mean, friends which I haven't seen for 2 or 3 years. It was somehow weird as well. I mean, it was on one way it was weird, but I think after 2 or 3 days, you get so used to the everyday life. After a week Cologne, everything went back to normality, and I was eventually happy. I thought, okay, so I'm probably happy when I can go back to West Cork, because I mean, cities are, the beat of a city is very brutal, I must say, and people are really appreciate people who really can survive in a city without getting too nervous. I can't. I have my tinnitus. I can't live there I could, but you need really a lot of money in order to have a really good life in a city, because all these apartments are very small, and you have really next door your neighbors, and you can't choose your neighbors. Cities are cities, and towns are towns, and rural life is rural life. Everything has the pros and cons. But I was happy to get back here to Ireland. Which was already now my reflection, I would say. I'm back, but it was quite exhausting, I must say. I've enjoyed it, but I won't gonna do it again so strictly. Maybe next year somehow, but then on I don't know. I'm happy over here in West Cork, and you're for working creative. It's perfect here. So, dear people in Cologne, thank you very much for having me there. It was lovely. It was nice. Dear people here in West Cork, thank you very much for having me here as well. It is lovely and still nice to be back, and that's this. Finally, I would like to say, like always, if you want to support this podcast, you can either give a donation or just look on my www Arteetude page. You find there my merchandising mugs, for instance, t-shirts, my new bag. This is the mug with my horse on it from Article. I have to make new mugs as well. I actually I love my hat. I love my hat so much. This is my hat. You can get all the stuff at www.arteetude.com, and you already know where you can find myself on Instagram. If you want to join the Isle of West Cork Artist Group on Facebook, you're more than welcome. Just drop me a note, and I add you as friend, and or invite you for the Isle of West Cork Artist Group. Or actually, I think you just invite yourself. That's possible as well. Okay. Dear friends, dear listeners, again, thank you very much for listening all over the world, from Argentina. Dear Pastora, she's so lovely and always gives me her comment. I hope you like my my Silent Night version, because she did as well one, which was quite cool. Thank you, dear listeners from America, from Dallas, from North Carolina, from Spain. Hi, Phil. I hope you're well too. And Cheetah, and all this new listeners, and let's see. Happy rest Christmas. I'm going today into my bath. I will have a lovely bath with candlelight and a lovely bottle of wine. And after I edit this podcast, I will take it easy and think of you and about my plans next year. I'm not sure which is my next guest in January. However, I wish you all the best and stay healthy, and don't get depressed. Try it with creativity and spread love. That's probably the only thing what we all can do, and stay tolerant and leave people like they are, and don't judge them if they vaccinated, and don't judge them if they not vaccinated. Thank you very much. Have a great time. Bye. And Happy New Year. You're Detlef.
You have listened to Arteetude, West Cork's first art, fashion and design podcast. Arteetude, never so close again. That was too close.